we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, and the Canes will put total leather to crank us up. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Duke Blue Devils offense takes the field for the first time today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense. And if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
The Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going, as they have a 1st down at the 43. And the Blue Devils are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. He's got his man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man out of the backfield. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that time the defense dialed up a free safety blitz. They were able to get an extra number in the pass rush. Offensive line, running backs, they couldn't account for it. And that free safety able to get to the quarterback.
The Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Finds a little space. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Completes it in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. The Blue Devils line it up with a 1st and goal. From the gun. Here's a heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Duke. They grab the early lead.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Wants to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. First and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Tom, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical 3rd down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful back.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Firing to the right, complete.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. Guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket.
And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Second down, they'll go to the air. Complete to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the grab down the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. He's looking to throw. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And he will score! Touchdown, Canes!
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his third receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Goes straight ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This defense has given up ground, but stood tall at the end. Forced a field goal last time. They'll try to do it again. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan-Hare, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Memphis. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Blue Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down coming up. They go to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Blue Devils lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Hand off from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. They'll leave it with him. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. And the Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Pocket breaking down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the right. It's complete. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll keep it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man in the middle.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The give on the inside. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
And the field goal unit is on the field. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. They'll run the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Number 19, odds to punt it away.
Punt is in the air. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Gets it to the back. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And what a great way to start the second half if you're on defense. You did some really good things in that first half, and so you set the tone here early by getting a sack, and you are sending a clear message to this offense that this second half ain't going to be easy.
The Hurricanes line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Red pass, it's complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The official says no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pulls it in. It's Swanson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Got his man. Turns it on in midfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for a big play. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Finds his man. It's Miranda. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. The Blue Devils can really attack on this second and short. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Might as well stick with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. They'll go to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on fourth. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Going right to work up top.
That is just a...
Intercept and a turnover in their own territory. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Duke.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick-6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
This time they'll go to the running game. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Miranda. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Shoots it to the left. This time he's got it. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And they'll try to tack on 2. He wants to throw it. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Here's the pressure. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Blue Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Finds his big tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He'll try the left side. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. They'll ride the hot hand. Sweet cut there. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Auburn is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 16 over Memphis. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Working that left side now. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Duke. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to add another. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
Third down coming up.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Takes a hit as he fires. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Down in the fourth quarter. It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
It's a turnover on downs.
Quick release by the QB. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on third down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. The Hurricanes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Canes!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. snap in the shotgun. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the fence.
And the Blue Devils line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Right on the money. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Here's the handoff. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Right down the middle. And here's the pick. And oh, did they need that right now. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Miranda. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd down.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Soft spot in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
2nd down coming up.
They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Miranda. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Rushes on him, unleashes one deep. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.